The U.S. does not rule out the possibility to conduct new missile strikes on Syria, White House spokesman Sean Spicer has said at a news conference on Monday. The sight of people being gassed and blown away by barrel bombs ensures that if we see this kind of action again, we hold open the possibility of future action, Spicer stated, adding that not just Syria, but the world saw a president who is going to act decisively. U.S. Defense Secretary James Mattis claimed that the U.S. missile strike on the Shah Arat military airfield led to the destruction of 20% of the Syrian Air Force's aircraft. Mattis added that the Syrian government lost the ability to refuel or rearm aircraft at the Shah Arat airfield, and at this point, use of the runway is of idle military interest. Unfortunately, the Mad Dog forgot to check some videos on YouTube, which reveal the airbase to be operational and Syrian warplanes using it to conduct airstrikes on militants. The destruction of 20% of the aircraft also appears to be an overestimation. Meanwhile, the mainstream media continued their propaganda campaign against the Iranian-Syrian-Russian alliance. Now, some anonymous U.S. official told Fox News that a Russian-operated drone flew over a hospital in Syria as victims of the attack were rushing to get treatment. Hours after the drone left, a Russian-made fighter jet bombed the hospital in what American officials believe was an attempt to cover up the usage of chemical weapons. According to the media, the presence of the drone couldn't have been a coincidence. Investigation is not required when an anonymous U.S. official is always nearby to provide such hard evidence of any allegations. The Syrian Arab Army (SAA) and its allies retook the town of Ma'ardis and the village of Iskandaria from Hayat Tahrir al-Sham, formerly Jabhat al-Nusra, the Syrian branch of al-Qaeda, in northern Hama. Then, government forces launched an advance on Suran. In the Palmyra countryside, the SAA captured the Al-Taj Hill, a number of points in the Mazbarad Mountain, and the Syria Tel Tower. The U.S.-backed Syrian Democratic Forces (SDF) captured the villages of Abad and Ayad Kabir, which had been controlled by ISIS in the province of Raqqa. Both of the villages are located near the important ISIS-held town of Tabqa. Tabqa and the Tabqa Dam are important ISIS defense sites in the western countryside of Raqqa. The SDF successfully isolated them and is now readying to storm them. Meanwhile, the U.S. Special Forces and their proxies repelled an ISIS attack at Al-Tanf in southern Syria. From 20 to 30 ISIS members had attacked the U.S.-led forces after a VBID attack. All terrorists were killed in the clashes, according to the U.S. Central Command.